Hey guys, I just wanted to thank you for coming and watching again and hanging with the Rays. Just wanted to bring you along today. I'm not feeling the best, don't have a lot of energy, but wanting to get a lot done. My brain always wants to do more than my body can. So I was hoping that maybe if I went and timed how long it took me a section of the landscape, what I'm wanting to do is make it as perfect as I can, cut back what's done, weed, that kind of thing. Not the most fun thing, but it's bugging my brain. So I thought if I took you along, maybe it would encourage you. Even like things never take as long as I think they're going to. I always overestimate and then I put it off. So I thought that maybe if I took you along, showed you how long that a section took for me, and I know it's different for everybody, but it might encourage you. I'm all about competition on a timer. How quick can I get it done? So I thought that maybe if I showed you that, it would encourage you. And I'm all about the reward system. So once I get all my beds done, then I'm going to reward myself with getting some annuals and getting to make things as pretty as they can. But I want to make them perfect before I do that. I know that I'm going to have to continue to weed. Sometimes it's a chore, sometimes it's great, especially if I'm having a little anxiety or upset about something, man, I can pull some weeds. But I just wanted to take you along today. I wanted to see if it helps you, that kind of thing, encourages you. The other thing is I'm going to show you a couple of plants that are medicinal, and I didn't know if that was something you were interested in. So leave me a comment if you would like me to do some videos on herbalism. We always do a playlist, so you can always go to the playlist. If it's something that you're not really interested in, then you can just skip and just go to our playlist, and we try to put everything, like all gardening together, all camping together, travel together, Mike's repairs in his garage together. And that way you don't have to watch things that you're not interested in. I know we're kind of eclectic, all over the place, and we can't decide either whether to separate our channels or keep them together. We do so much together, I'm not sure where to separate it. So anyway, I have an apothecary. I've been doing it for about 6 years. Been interested for years. I have resources like books that I would recommend. So anyway, I just want to know, is that something you're interested in? If not, not a big deal, but I can share with you all my research, what all it's good for, and then also have a list of like symptoms, like what's going on. If a headache, these are all the herbs that can help that issue. Anyway, I am excited to take you along. I hope to get lots done. Some of it may have to roll over to another day, but that's okay too. Anyway, thanks so much for coming with us. Thank you so much for watching our channel. Please like and subscribe, and I hope you're having a fabulous day. So I would show you this bed. This is the corner bed up by where we park. I'm excited for my larkspur. It is just coming out. There's more there. And I've got a little piece coming in right here of my blanket flower. It's coming back. I was kind of worried. There's the main. There's some of it coming back. Have more larkspur in the back. I have these big Asiatic lilies, and you can see that they're about to bloom. So I'm excited. I don't see any of this one coming back yet, of that blanket flower. And I also have another blanket flower here, and I don't see that either. So anyway, there's not a lot to do. There's some weeds to pull. I don't know if you can see all that along the edge. So anyway, I'm gonna get this done, and I'll let you know how long it took. I'll set a timer. Okay, so that only took 5 minutes and 34 seconds, much better than I thought. I'm going to get rid of what I pulled out of there and start on the next. This is my little round front flower bed around the oak tree. There's a little scarlet oak there, but you can see how bad the grass and the weeds are. I'm going to show you this. Okay guys, so I don't know if you can see, let me get in the thing. 17 minutes and 51 seconds for that section. There you go. Is it perfect? No. Is it good? Yes. Okay guys, so this is to the left hand side of my pond. You see my lovely fishes? They're wanting to be fed. I need to feed them in a minute. Anyway, I'm going to do this whole bed to the left hand side. There is a lot of weeds, but there's also some poppies I see in there. My hosta, he's gotten really big. There's some stuff back there. It is, some of them are gladiolas, some are daffodils, but the daffodils didn't do well. They were too much shade. So I need to cut this down. It looks like some papers have blown off the porch. And then I think it's called Ireland Fire hostas. I got them last year, ordered them through the mail, and they are doing great. And so far the slugs aren't eating them too bad. And then I have this pot of Sweet William that I did from seed. So that's fun. So anyway, I'm going to clean this bed and I'll let you know about how long it takes me and show you afterwards. I almost forgot to show you the after. See all the ferns around there? I'm going to leave the ferns, but if they're getting out of bounds, then I may help some. So there's those. In the back there, I've got a big collection of yard violets that are huge that need to go. Looks like a tree right there that needs to go, and so I'm just going to do the perimeter of the pond next. And I'll feed the fish here and let you see that. Alright, let's see if these babies are hungry. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. They're not that hungry right now, they're being shy. Well, here comes a big one. So when I put out food like this and they don't eat, I know that fishing is probably not going to be very good. When they go crazy for it, then I know it's time to go fishing. Alright, so I have all of this to do along the pond. And I'll show you down here. And then this doesn't have tons. I do have some yard violets. That's the biggest thing. I see dandelion there. But my biggest thing in this area is one, the lily of the valley wants to take over there. And then I have yard violets that just are relentless. I pull several every week. And by several, probably hundreds. Like a lot. So anyway, I'm going to thin down some of those naturalizing daylilies too. They're a little bit much. I just want them in the back corner. And then my pretty hosta. See my coral bells there? I had 3 of those. I've only got 1 of those left. I really like those. So 14 minutes and 27 seconds. So not bad. Hope I can encourage you to get out and just do a part of a bed, a piece of a bed, anything that makes you happy. because it has helped my mood being outside and getting to hear the birds and all the nature and all the sunshine. So I encourage you to get out there, see how much you can get done, maybe even set the timer. It usually takes a whole lot less than you think it's going to. I still have more beds to go, and I'll take you along. Alright guys, so next will be this little round flower bed around my crepe myrtle. So that's going to be next. I'll let you know how long it takes me. Can you see my timer there? So 6 minutes for that little round bed. Now we're going to move it to the front of the house. Have my larkspur doing. Sweet William back there behind. Look at this larkspur. It's just starting. It's great. So I'm going to do this whole bed, but can you see all the weeds at the edge? It's not very good. So I'm going to do this whole thing in front of the house. So 31 minutes to get the front bed done. Let me show you, coming to cool off, but let me show you. So I really need to trim my boxwoods. And then in here, I know it's more in the shade, but there's a lot of naturalists and daylilies I need to control. There's Sweet William, we'll see later, but in there is a dahlia coming in, more poppies. And so I did down to the jugs, and that's as far as I've gotten. I've got to let it cool off some and get in the shade, and I'll do the other. I do want to show you the poppy, the peony over here. I want you to see how beautiful they are. They make me super happy, this whole thing. Probably after this weekend, it won't do so well, but you can see my irises, my peony, and then I need to do, I don't know if you can kind of see in the middle of that bed. It needs more love. There's cleaver in there, which is also called Velcro plant. So anyway, and it's time to get these jugs opened and watered and not so hot, because it's getting so hot they're going to burn it. So anyway, there's that. I'm going to give you a glimpse of this. A little bit, and put some water in my bird bath and clean him out. So that's it, all the way up. I'm just going to show you this. This is a section I finished cleaning. It took me 16 seconds and 9 minutes with a bucket full of stuff, so I'm going to go empty that. And I was going to show you my favorite tool. This here is the best weed getter I've ever seen. I got it last year. It's done beautiful. It gets roots and all. So it's my favorite tool. Just got it on Amazon, and I can link it if you're interested in it. So the other part we're going to do, it's not a whole lot to do, but this section on this side of the unit, from here to the fence. So this is wild lettuce. It has so many herbal properties, medicinal properties. It is wonderful. I can list, if you are interested in herbalism, I can list and tell you all about it. But this is a great plant, multiple uses. It kind of helps with anxiety. It helps with skin lesions. It has so many properties that are wonderful. If you're on an anxious day, it's great in your smoothie, just saying that. So anyway, I have plenty of this, and so I'm going to get rid of it, but let me show you how you know for sure. Can you see the back of that has little spines on it? Let me just pluck one so it's easier to see. Can you see all the spines on that, on the back of the leaf? You know that's it. Also, there's little spines on this. So guys, I was just going to show you this end. I finished this. It took me 8 minutes and 41 seconds. Made me happy. That corner back there that looks a little messy has a lot of black-eyed Susans coming up in it. And then I did pull up that wild lettuce. I was going to see if you could see it any better. The little spines on it, you can see it better. So wild lettuce, if you're interested, I can insert some of the things that it's good for. I have an apothecary, so if you're interested in learning some about herbalism, I can teach you all that I know, from making tinctures, drying herbs, that kind of stuff. I've been now, I guess it's my 6th year of herbalism, and I absolutely love it. So anyway, I would encourage you, if you're interested in something, find what it is that one problem that you have, if it's anxiety, pain, whatever, and start from there. Find one plant, identify it properly, look at multiple sources, and then learn from that. Just be careful with it. All right. So 8 minutes on that one, and we'll go from there. All right, let's see if today's a hungry day. They look active. Oh yeah, if I had time today, I should go fishing. This is what they do when their fishing is biting really well. So instead of watching the fishing forecast, I just come feed my fish and decide if it's a good day or not. So that's when they're super active and aggressive. I like it. So you know how I told you about my bird sanctuary? Right now I don't have seed in it because we have 2 plum trees and a peach tree that are loaded. Not that they're close to doing, but I feel like the bird seed is attracting the squirrels in, and the squirrels seem to have eaten all of mine last year. I've been talking about all of them. So anyway, we're not going to feed for just a little bit, and the birds are doing great. But see my little, just my starter bed underneath. So I have mint in there. I have some poppies. I have, I think that's a purple coneflower. The little yellowy orangey is coreopsis. And then I have 3 things here. I don't know if you can see these. There's 3 of them in the area. They're phlox, and they're a purple lilac color. I think that's most of it. I have an Asiatic lily at the base of that, and the rest of these are poppies that look kind of messy. And once they're done, they're done. They don't come back. So then I'll pull all that up. I'm going to mulch this area and put some annuals, and I'm not sure which one. I think it's going to be when I go and I see it and I like it, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm super excited to make it look very nice with the mulch and the annuals. But I'm going to let these poppies do their things first. So I'll show you my other two areas. That's going to take me a while, and they're in full sun right now. So I do not want to do this in full sun. One is the area behind my sandbox. See that area? It has cannas, a blueberry bush, and those three grasses. It won't take me too long to do it, but I need to do that next. Then the other is, along the back I told you I did cardboard and compost in place. Look at all that grass. So the cardboard did not do very well, but I'm determined. Plus it has really good soil. Where I compost in place, you wouldn't believe all the worms and stuff that's in there. So let me show you. It all looked like that. And in the evenings, I've just been slowly starting here and working my way over. Once I do it once, I'll go back and do it again and get the rest of the crabgrass. But you can see a definite line where I stopped. So I've got all of that to do. That's what I'm probably dreading the most. I was trying to figure out what's in this because it's seed of some sort, and I think it's my butterfly plant. It looks like something's been munching on the top of it. We'll see if it's a weed or a butterfly plant, but I'll let you know. And then I seeded in this other one, my Sweet William. So it's more of just the spring. It'll go into the summer a little bit, but then I'll collect the seeds again for the next round. And then down here, I've showed you before, are my blackberries. And I cannot believe I just have seen, look, there is a white bloom on that little bitty piece of nothing, and there's another bloom beside it. That'll be weird if I get a blackberry off of this, because I disturbed them so bad. So we'll see about that. Lots of seedlings, looks like lots of touch-me-nots and stuff coming up through there. I'll decide what I want to leave and keep. The worst area I have that I'm dreading, because this is my backyard. It's not very big, I'm just in a subdivision. So I got along the fence. This is the back looking at my neighbor's house. The garage, there's some plants and stuff up there. I have the rock wall that's past the bird feeder. My back porch, then there's the pond area, the gate lets us get in and out with our lawnmower, but this is going to take me a while. I bet it takes me a couple of hours. So this is between my buildings, mostly shade. I'll show you more detail of what's in there, but it's also where I overwintered, and so because of that I have straw in here. I think I'm going to put straw and put it in my herbal garden in the pathway. So I have hostas there. I have several poppies coming up in there. This taller thing right here, I believe, is a Shasta daisy that's self-seeded. I have a rose of Sharon, which is medicinal here. The daffodils will be done soon, so I'll be cutting those back and they'll look much, much better. I have a hosta. And then you can see I still have some plants back there that overwintered. The only thing that did awful was my Gerbera daisies. Not one of those that I split. They obviously don't like splitting, or the roots are super fragile. Here they're supposed to be an annual, but they've been perennial for me. I had 5 plants. Now I only have 2 that came back because I split them so hard. So lesson learned. I'll have to buy me a few more of those. But in these I have hostas, lots of black-eyed Susan, have some sedum here in the front, larkspur. It's a little slower than the back because of the shade. And those containers over there have crepe myrtles, and the dark blue one and the light one is black-eyed Susans. Lots of black-eyed Susan back there. You can see where limbs are falling out of this big tree. It's super old, and it drops limbs every time the wind's up at all. So you can see I have some more thornless blackberry bushes. There's a banana tree that looks like some more Shasta daisies. I'm not sure if they're Shasta daisy. They may be Colorado black-eyed Susans. We'll see once they bloom. Can't remember for sure. Then back there I've got iris, some black-eyed Susans, and then I love these. These are spiderwort, W-O-R-T. And if you have an area against a fence or somewhere you need filled in, they're super aggressive, run by runners underneath like tubers, and they're great. My little compost bin that I haven't turned a little bit, I need to. Another crepe myrtle, he got fell on by the tree and broke out, so he's having a little bit of issue, looking rough, but he's fine. So anyway, this is my next area to address, and I'll let you know if I do it before I post. I'll let you know how long this takes. This is just a little pot. I need to paint him again. I have some more blue paint, but he has poppies in it, but I also stuck a piece of that thornless blackberry, and look, he's about to bloom, and he's like maybe 4 or 5 inches tall, so I think that's funny. We'll see what happens to him. The other thing I was going to show you was up against this wall. This will need to thin at some point, but I'm just going to let him go wild. It's got goldenrod up at the front with black-eyed Susan, a hollyhock. It has thyme, oregano, more black-eyed Susan, some weeds, some more lemon thyme. I've got some rosemary. He's kind of in there. He's doing well. More black-eyed Susan back there. Sedum. And lots of black-eyed Susan and sedum, so I need to take care of that. So anyway guys, I just wanted to take you along, show you my yard where it is. It is April the 28th, so it's doing pretty well. Haven't put out any annuals. I am going to look and see what's in my, oh, what are they called? Jugs, where I had winter sowed in the jugs. But I just wanted to take you along, show you all the goodies, show you what I'm doing, and see if I can encourage you. Let me turn you around. See if I can encourage you to do things when you really don't feel like it. My brain always wants stuff done, but my body doesn't always have it in me to do. So anyway, I just wanted to take you along, see if I can encourage you to do some of your chores out in the yard that you want to get done. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it's encouraging, and I hope you get to enjoy each and every day, at least a little piece of it. Find something happy to do every day. Thanks for hanging with the Rays.